This is my session from the 2013 AAM meeting in Baltimore, Maryland on the fundamentals of YouTube videos. First off, my name is Dixie. I graduated in December 2011 from the George Washington University Museum Studies program. I majored in museum administration. I currently work for the Smithsonian and for Curator, the Museum Journal. At the Smithsonian, I work with Smithsonian Mobile and online fundraising and several other departments. And for Curator, the Museum Journal, I am their social media manager. So that's Facebook, Twitter, and we are about to start a blog. You can find out about my billions of other jobs on LinkedIn. Dixie Lee Clough. I'm the only Dixie Clough on there, so it's really easy to find me. And none of my jobs have anything to do with YouTube. So the reason I'm actually doing this session is because I am a big fan of YouTube. Slightly obsessed with it in a very healthy way, I assure you. And I was watching YouTube for about a year and I realized I hadn't really stumbled across any museum channels. I was in grad school at the time doing museum studies and I decided, let me go check out and see what museums are doing. And when I did, I saw that the videos that museums were uploading were very different from the videos that I had been watching on the mainstream popular side of YouTube. So I thought that this was something that I could do to help museums, is teach them about what YouTube is really all about, what the culture is all about, what kind of videos they should be uploading to create a successful channel. Just some vocab terms before we get started. First of all, this is a channel up here. Dixie Lee Blog is a channel. What that is, it's basically just a username. You sign up with a username and password, and then you have a channel, and you can upload videos to that channel, or you can just subscribe to other channels. What subscribing is if you really like a video that you're watching or a channel that you see a few of their videos and you really like what they do and you want to see all their videos that they upload from then on, then you go down here to the subscribe button here, you click on it, and then you will forever get the rest of their videos in your subscriptions inbox, which you go to subscriptions here and you see all the uploads of the people that you're subscribed to, and you don't have to go directly to their channel to see their videos. They come to your subscription inbox. I'm going to be talking about channels and subscribing a lot, so I thought it would be good to go over those terms before we get started. So in this session, I'm going to talk about YouTube statistics. We're going to see a few YouTubers, what they're doing on YouTube, talk about how you can join the YouTube community and network, the possibilities of a successful YouTube channel, tagging, titling, and video metrics, all the boring behind-the-scenes stuff that is still very important to know about. And then I'm going to talk about some YouTube resources you can use after this session. So YouTube statistics. All of these statistics are from YouTube itself, the first ones at least. There are 1 billion unique users that go to YouTube each month. That's a huge audience. Of those 1 billion unique users, there are more 18 to 34-year-olds on YouTube than any cable network, and this is important to know because this is a key demographic for advertisers. So if you're ever trying to get sponsors for videos, let them know this, and they'll be very impressed. There are 6 billion hours of video watched each month on YouTube, and this is a 50% increase this year than last year, so it's one of the fastest rising social media out there. 70% of the traffic on YouTube is from outside of the United States. It's a very international audience, so you can be a museum in the middle of America and have an international audience that follows you and really enjoys what you're putting up on YouTube. The next few stats are from Quantcast, quantcast.com, and it's a website that does demographics for other websites. And YouTube does not have them enabled, so the numbers they're giving are not guaranteed, but they're similar to what I've been reading online, so I'm going to go with what they have to say. So it's a 50-50 split between male and female, but the reason Quantcast is saying that the gender is male, the audience, is because what Quantcast does is it takes the people that are going to your site and compares it against the total internet average. So compared to the rest of the internet, there are more males on YouTube than the average of the internet. So whenever the bar is colored in, that means that there's a higher than average number of that demographic on your website. On YouTube, there are a lot of young people watching YouTube, and this is good for museums because we're always trying to reach that younger audience and engage them more, and this is a good way to do that. There are also more than average number of people who have kids who are watching YouTube, so that's another key demographic for museums that are trying to reach. Household income, this is interesting. You have a lot more people who aren't making much money, and I think that's all those young people watching YouTube who don't have jobs yet. And then you have a lot of people that are making more than an average amount of money. So these are both a great demographic audience for museums to reach. I think this is really key. People who haven't gone to college probably aren't going to museums in their free time. Could be that they never liked school, they didn't really like learning, they're on a lower socioeconomic scale, and these are people that museums are trying to reach, and they're trying to get them to understand that museums aren't scary and break down those barriers. And maybe YouTube is a way to do that. If you create fun, exciting videos that they want to watch, they'll be more likely to come to your museum and feel like it's not as intimidating or scary. This is another key demographic that museums are trying to reach, all the minorities, and there's a higher than average number of minorities on YouTube than the entire internet, and this is a great way to reach them. Now we're going to talk a little bit about your competition. These are stats from YouTube again. There are 72 hours of video uploaded every minute. This is insane. What this points to is that if you don't do videos that people want to watch, this means videos that you have to look at the popular videos, see what the popular videos are, and then take that as inspiration. Because if you don't, then the ROI of you creating videos and putting them on YouTube will be too low to make it count for anything. And this is a 37% increase over the last 6 months. So not only is the people who are watching videos increasing, but the people who are uploading videos are increasing as well. So you really will get lost if you don't do videos that people want to watch. So how do you create those videos that people want to watch? We're going to see some clips. I'm going to point you to some videos to go watch and then come back to this presentation. And I'll tell you about why you think you should be inspired by them and that kind of thing. So first, we are actually going to look at a list of top 29 most subscribed. It comes off of a list of top 100 most subscribed from vidstats.com, vidstats.com. You can go check out that website. I grayed out all of the corporate channels, which I don't think are really relevant to this discussion. So the number one most subscribed right now is Smosh, and Smosh has been around for a really long time, along with Nigahiga, who's number 4 most subscribed. They're really important to know about because they helped shape the way YouTube is today. They've been on YouTube so long, and it's really depressing because they're really young too. So they have already shaped the social media into the way it is today, and so they're really important to get to know. So what Smosh is 2 young men who do skits, comedy skits, and they often have extras involved in their skits, and their skits often have to do with gaming and things like that, and immature humor. But people tend to like that on YouTube, so there you go. And then we have Jenna Marbles as number 2 most subscribed. She is a vlogger. She talks about her life to the camera, and she does one-person skits, so she doesn't need extras. She just plays out the parts herself. And her humor is rather vulgar. And then we have Raywilliamjohnson is the number 3 most subscribed. When I did this presentation last year, he was the number 1 most subscribed. So you see things change at the top of the subscription list quite a bit. And Raywilliamjohnson reviews viral videos. He reviews 3 viral videos per one of his videos. He makes fun of them. And his humor is rather vulgar as well. And then Nigahiga is Ryan Higa, and he does kind of silly humor skits. We'll see a little bit about what he does next, and his humor is probably PG-13. He also does vlogging style off-the-pill things, and movies in minutes where he takes a movie and redoes the funny parts, or makes it funny in a few minutes. Who else is on this list? We have some more vloggers on this list. We have Freddie W., the one who's highlighted, and he does very high quality, lots of special effects, cinematic style videos that are based mainly on gaming culture. Gaming culture is very big on YouTube. Not only are games big, but the vocabulary of gaming has really entered YouTube vernacular as well. So it's good to know about that. ERB is epic rap battles. That's historic figures rapping battle style in videos. Epic Mealtime is they wrap everything in bacon and deep fat fry it in a very epic way. Toby Games, He does songs based on video games. FPS Russia is weaponry, and the Fine Bros also review viral videos in a different way. They have teens react to them, or kids react, or elders react to viral videos. So that kind of gives you an idea of who's at the top of the most subscribed list right now. The first thing I'm going to point you to is to go watch this Ryan Higa video. It's one of his Dear Ryan series where he asks people to give him ideas, and then he enacts them, and you can get a chance to see his kind of humor. And you can go watch this video as much or as little as you want. I'll be pointing you to, if you stop watching before the end, I'll point you to another part of the video that I want you to pay attention to. So you can go watch that now and then come back. So what I wanted you to notice in that video is not only his style of humor, that's a very YouTube humor style, I guess I would say, but also the way he interacts with his fans. Because what he's done is, in Dear Ryan, he has his fans ask him questions like, Dear Ryan, can you be a lamp? Dear Ryan, can you be a ninja? Can you be a makeup guru? And then he takes one of their ideas, turns it into a video, and then highlights them at the end. And if you click the screen now, if you didn't watch all the way through to the end of the video, you can click right now and see the way he highlights the person who gave him the video idea. And then he tells the people who are watching the video, hey, if you have a video idea similar, let me know in the comments, and it might become a video as well. So not only is he spotlighting his viewers, but he's getting video ideas from his viewers. So that's a really great way to keep your viewers involved. Now I'm going to send you to go watch part of a Raywilliamjohnson video. I'm going to put you to the middle of the video. It's one of the least offensive ones I could find. He's very inappropriate humor, vulgar, that kind of thing. So you can only watch a little bit, or you can watch the whole thing, depending on what you like to do. And once again, I'll put another link to another part of this same video to show you another part that I want you to pay attention to. So you can go watch the video right now, and then come back to the presentation. Okay, one thing I wanted you to notice in the video is the way he uses annotations. Annotations are a big part of YouTube. What he has done in this video mainly is have the annotations say the same thing that he's saying, so it's just emphasizing what he's saying. Sometimes he'll have, and other people will have, annotations that respond to something that they're saying, so it's like he says something and the annotation responds to it to make it funnier, so it's like a joke. And sometimes you can just have annotations that, let's say you're editing the video, you realize you got something wrong, you can have an annotation that pops up and says, whoops, I'm sorry, what I meant to say was this. And that's completely okay if you do that occasionally. And you can use graphics like he did that are a part of the video, or you can use the annotation tool from YouTube and have things pop up. Okay, another thing I want you to notice, and I'm going to link to it right now, one of the things, is he has people do video questions at the end of his videos. He has his viewers send in a video question, and he spotlights it at the end and asks his viewers to answer the question that this viewer has posed. In the comment section below, or on Facebook, Twitter, and later he also adds Google Plus to that. And it's just a really great way to integrate his other social media into this account. And you can go watch that video question right here. And you can watch through until the next part, or you can come back to this presentation. The next part that I wanted you to see, and I'll link to it right now, is his spotlighting of the last video question and the responses that he chose to spotlight. So he's not only spotlighting a person who sends in the video question, but he's spotlighting the people that answer him. So he's doing like double duty with the spotlighting, and he's integrated his other social media. He's just done a really, really great job of building a social media empire, really. So that's something to think about as a museum. How are you going to integrate your other social media into your YouTube account, and vice versa? One thing that you might think about doing is maybe if you have a curator talking to someone else, they maybe do a Pinterest project while they're talking about something museum related. And then at the end you could say, hey, if you want to see this Pinterest project, go to our page, Pinterest page. Something like that. So you don't have to do exactly what Raywilliamjohnson has done, just think about ways to integrate your other social media.